All right. What's up, everyone? OG over here from Player Essence. Welcome back. Welcome back to another PE Live, man. This is going to be a good show because we had something happen yesterday. I think it's called Nintendo Direct. Yes, we had a Nintendo Direct drop yesterday, and it was straight fire. Straight fire. So you guys have heard my thoughts on it. Obviously, I've talked a lot about it, but I wanted to get you guys' opinions on the Nintendo Direct, and trust me, we're gonna get all of you guys' thoughts. Don't worry about that. Let me go ahead and let's give some shout outs, guys. If you want me to say hi to you in the chat, just let me know. In terms of Ninja News, basically, we just had two videos. We had a top 5 for my top 5 moments of the Nintendo Direct, and then we also had some new information, some kind of like hidden or information that came out after Nintendo Direct. So pretty cool. So if you haven't seen those videos, make sure you check out those videos. So anyway, what's up to everybody here? Let's go ahead and let's get some shout outs going. Yo, what's up, Big Milo, man? Good to see you back. Been a while since you've been in here, man. Probably busy with school, you know, and keeping the women off of you. I know what you're doing out there, you know what I'm saying, in Europe. So good stuff. Shadow King 1982, what's good, man? Braxton A8R Sam is here. Gunslinger's here. What's good? Yo, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, No Fan. Appreciate that. Am I playing anything tonight? We got the PE podcast tonight. So I probably won't be playing anything, but I'll be having some people on for a good discussion. So yeah, man, sounds good. Kid Ratata, what's good? Party Man, what's good, Party Man? Bubble Buster, what's good? Anthony Rudd is here. Elite Ninja J2 Blue is here. Racing Wolf is here. Dave Gaming is here. Dragon Lady is here. What's up, Dragon Lady? Kind of late in your neck of the woods, but good to have you here. Fury Tiger is here. What's good? Elite Ninja Fury Tiger, co-captain of the Viking Nation, is here. Let's see here. Kyle Cook is here. What's good? Kenyatta Ali is here. What's up, man? Once again, Racing Wolf. I'm doing good, Racing Wolf. I'm doing good. How are you? Rose Kami is here. What's up, Rose Kami? Anime Nintendo Dude Randy is here. What's good, man? Haven't seen that name. What's up, man? How you doing today? Focus on Me is here. What's good, Focus on Me? Brian L. Zom is here. Zokim? I don't know how to say it. What's good? The one with FE. What's good, man? Where we dropping, boys? What's up, K19? Shout out to Elite Ninja K19. What's good? Make sure you guys all go subscribe to K19's channel, by the way, too. Racing Wolf, once again. Hold on the questions, guys. Hold up on the questions. I mean, Racing Wolf, I don't know why you're even... Like, why are you even asking me that question? Like, if you've seen anything, like, what type of question is that? I ain't trying to, you know, I'm not trying to, like, call you out or nothing, my man. But, I mean, you ain't watching the channel if you asking me that. If you asking me, are you getting the Smash Ultimate Fighters Pass? You're not watching it. You're simply not watching the channel or paying attention to what I say. Plain and simple. I'm not even going to answer that question. I'm not even going to answer that. That question is ridiculousness. If you're not watching my channel. You ain't watching my Smash content if you asking me that question. That's like asking me, do you like Nintendo? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what are your, like, that's like asking me that type of question. Like, you ain't watching the channel if you ask me that. That's like, seriously, like, I mean, and I'm just joking. I'm like, don't take it personally. I'm just pulling your leg here. But I mean, you ain't watching my videos if you asking me that, bro. What's up, PB? What's good? It's a Blitzmo. What's good, man? Rip Prime 4. What's good, man? Shout out to Elite Ninja Renangon user Rip Prime 4. Only once is enjoying the channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Welcome. Alonzo Vines. What's good, man? Bro, I got the Fighters Pass like the second that they said it, you can buy it. I was like, bruh, you know, like, Smash is I mean, you just gotta look at when I talk about Smash. I mean, if you watch any video where I talk about Smash, you can, or like, I can go on and talk forever about that. Like, if you're on this channel, unless you're someone, because Racing Wolf, the only reason why I'm pulling your leg is because you've been here for a while. Like, I've seen that name. I know you've been subscribed for months now. I know you've been subscribed during the Smash hype and all that. And like, you must have missed those videos because I was dropping literally every single day in December. I was talking about Smash. There was not a PE, like, every single day was Smash. Like, whether it was PE Live, whether it was PE News, Switch News, whatever. Every day I talked about Smash. Like, every day in December I talked about Smash, literally. And every day I said I'm getting the Fighters Pass, or that I already bought the Fighters Pass. Like what? I mean, yo, yo. All right, so let's keep it going here. Dank Meme is here. What's good, man? Let's see here. Let's see. I think I'm done with shoutouts. Matthew Jenkins is here. What's good? Let's see. I'm sorry, OJ. I just got too hyped about the Fighters Pass, bro. The Fighters Pass is old news. The Fighters Pass came out 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're getting hyped about the Fighters Pass. Like, why are you asking me like I wouldn't know about the Fighters Pass? Like, am I getting the bro? That was Smash. The Fighters Pass has been available for how long now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand you hyped about it, but I mean, come on now, my man. Like, you gotta look at the videos, my man. You gotta watch the videos. Watch the videos. You know, if you want to know about stuff like that. Almost, big Milo. Let's see here. When we smashing, we talking about the Fighters Pass? The Fighters Pass. What's good? What's good, AAR Sam? Omega Chase, what's good, man? Let's see. DG Fossil Fighters. Did they announce I don't think they announced Fossil Fighters. I don't think they announced Fossil Fighters. Mohammed, what's good, Mohammed? Good to see you here, like always. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. I think that's pretty much everybody for the most part. Out of Date Gamer, what's good, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Matthew Jenkins, what's good? Excuse me. All right, so let's go and let's get into the content here, guys. Let's go and get into the content. We're gonna first start off with your Nintendo Direct impressions. Obviously, Nintendo had a big Direct. There was a lot of stuff. I mean, some of the highlights were Astral Chain, new IP from Platinum Games. We also had a Fire Emblem 3 Houses Collector's Edition, in addition to more information on the game. There was Tetris 99, where it's like a battle royale Tetris game, which is pretty interesting. There was release dates. There was announcements for Super Mario Maker. That was pretty cool as well. So there was just like a bunch of cool stuff. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice was there. So that was cool as well. We had a brand new Legend of Zelda game. Well, a remake of the original Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening from the Game Boy, 25 years in the making. So we got that as well. So there was just a lot of stuff, man. Dead by Daylight or whatever. Who knew that game was gonna come over? We got some new content for Star Fox, or sorry, new content for Starlink, Battle for Atlas, and it has Star Fox content in there. A lot of cool content that's gonna be exclusive to the Switch. We had Dragon Quest XI S Definitive Edition, the full title for the West. Also exclusive content, 16-bit mode or 2D mode or whatever. Orchestra soundtrack or orchestral soundtrack. We also had extra content, different paths, more marriage options. It's going to be substantially more content. Dragon Quest Builders, I think that's coming out this summer as well. We had Bloodstained Ritual of the Night this summer too. So a lot of good announcements. The Oninaki from Square Enix Tokyo RPG Factory, great looking RPG. It was packed, man. It was packed full of just a lot of stuff, man. Just a lot of great games. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Big Milo, what's it called? Astral Chain was part of the Nosebleed. The Nosebleed is actually evolved. That was phase 1 of the Nosebleed. There's a few more phases for this year, and then that will complete the Nosebleed. That will complete it, but that was part 1. At first, the Nosebleed was something else, but then it transformed and kind of morphed into that, and the rest of the Nosebleed, once you put them all together, it's a full Nosebleed. But yeah, definitely part of it. Captain Toad, yeah, Captain Toad DLC, that was a surprise. If you guys want me to read off your comments, what you guys think about the Nintendo Direct, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, #PlayerEssence. I'll be more than happy to for that. Rose Kami, I have no idea what you're talking about, but shout outs, man. Yuma World, I don't know what you're talking about, my man, but shout outs. Let's see. The one with FE says Bloodstained, Astral Chain, Rune Factory. Oh yeah, Rune Factory 4, the report, and then also Rune Factory 5 as well. That was big news. That was big stuff there. Everything square rated was my Nosebleed. Yo, that Oninaki game actually looks super hype. That looks super hype. I'm really looking forward to that. In terms of my thoughts on Daemon X Machina, I've only played just a little bit of it, guys. But from what everyone else is saying, the controls are a little bit sluggish in the frame rate. So if they get the controls and frame rate a little bit spruced up, it's going to be a better game. So yeah, just let them know. Let them know that's why it's a prototype. It's still summer. There's still plenty of time. The design is good. The graphics are good. They just need to shore up the frame rate and get the controls down, and they'll be good. Let's see here. Is Astral Chain the new Ice Climbers? Nah, but I already saw that. You stole that joke from somebody else on the what's it called, on the Nintendo YouTube trailer for the game. Somebody said ice. So you took that from them. Astral Chain is not the new Ice Climbers. You know why it's not the new Ice Climbers? Because you don't use the boy and the girl at the same time. They're not on there at the same. They just show up in cutscenes. You use the Legion, which is like your pet. It turns into like a robot. It turns into like all different. Or it is a robot, but it turns into all different types of stuff. So I mean, I know people talked about that, but I mean, it's not even really like Ice Climbers, to be honest. Like, I see what people were saying though, like Nana and Popo, I get it, Blue, I get it, but it was an okay joke, but it's all right. You managed to get the Fire Emblem Special Edition. I bought that as soon as I could, man. I copped that. Man, I was on it, bro. I was on it. Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, Final Fantasy 9 Shadow Drop was a good idea. That's already rising up on the eShop charts. That's already like I think Stealth said it was like number 5 or something like that. It's like in the top 10. I know that. So, good idea to Shadow Drop 9 and then get what's it called, 7 out in March. So that's good. Also, shout outs to all of the new resubs and members. Shout outs to G5 Plant Gang, Black Chinaman, Christ Son, 2 months in a row. Also Sabbath and PhD Plays. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys resubbing to the channel. Thank you for the support. Let's see here. The performance needs to be better and the AA is a bit heavy. All right, there you go. Well, let them know that. That's the reason why they did a prototype. Remember, guys, what's it called? Did the same thing. What was it? Octopath Traveler, they did the same thing. Give us feedback and we can make the game better. So just give them feedback, they'll make the game better. So that's what you want to see, right? Like, you want them to improve it. So let them know and then they can improve it. So I'm fully thinking like, yo, this is going to be a much better game once they get the feedback, and then they're going to improve it. They're going to lock down the frame rate better, and they're going to improve the controls and stuff, and then it'll be a better game because they're asking for our feedback. The last time that they did that, it was pretty good, right? Octopath Traveler, there were some things a little rough around the edges when it comes to the movement and stuff like that, and they shored it up, made a better game. So I'm fully on board with that, like developers doing that. They're being honest with us, letting us know, and listening to our feedback. So that's exactly what we want, right? Let's see. I think Astral Chain is why Bayonetta 3 took so long. Not that I'm complaining. I don't think so. The reason why, I don't think you understand that Bayonetta 3 has a different lead development. The Nier team and the people who kind of did Nier, they're the ones who are making Astral Chain. And there's a Bayonetta team. That's Hashimoto. This one is directed by the Nier guy. So the developers who do Bayonetta are not exactly the same in terms of who's working on the game as Nier. It's not. Different directors, different departments within them. So I don't think one affects the other like that. I don't think you understand how Platinum Games works and how big Platinum Games is. And I've seen a lot of people say that, oh, well, Platinum Games, they just think of them as like they're like 10 employees or something like that, and they're all working on the same thing. No. There's Platinum Games has well more than 130 or 140 members working on the games, and they don't have all 140 people working on that one game. Just like for example, and I'll get the donation just a bit, just like example, Monolith Soft. Monolith Soft didn't have their whole team, which is like 130 people plus or whatever, working on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Just one portion of the team worked on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I don't think Astral Chain is the reason why Bayonetta is taking longer or anything like that. It's just that they just decided to announce Bayonetta before, beforehand, So no, that's not the case at all. All right, so shout outs to the Icarus who donated $5 to Super Chat. It says Platinum Games might as well be considered a second party studio by now. Astral Chain looks amazing. Yeah, definitely. I know Platinum obviously would love to be purchased by Nintendo. That's not going to happen, but they'd love to be purchased by Nintendo or have a long-term contract. They want stability. That's what Platinum Games wants. They want stability. They want long-term contracts. They don't want people, flaking on them. And I don't think they want to do these licensed games either in order to turn on the light, like keep the lights on, So as long as Nintendo can supply them, and we go out there and buy the games, it's going to be very important if Astral Chain is good, guys, which I think it's going to be good, that we go out there and support it. It's going to be very important that it sells well, and if this game sells like gangbusters, then yeah, maybe they can be. If you want Platinum Games to become a real second party, then everybody should go out there and buy it, then buy it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, David Drayton with the Toby Buster. Let's go, David Drayton. Show him the support. David Drayton says with a $20 donation. He says, My ninja with the fresh fade. Yes, the fresh fade. Hashtag debate a salty dude on stream fun. Yeah, you know what, man? A lot of the salty dudes don't want to debate. I mean, I offered somebody $100 to come talk to me on the channel because he said that I'm a fanboy and I'm this and my channel's horrible and oh, the only reason why you even have notoriety is because you collaborate with John from Spawnwave, even though I had like 30,000 subs before I even collaborated with John from Spawnwave. But hey, whatever. You know, this guy only has 2,000. He's a YouTuber as well. But yeah, man, I offered him $100 to come on. All he had to do, David, let's speak on that just a bit. All he had to do, David, was simply just come, because he basically said that Nintendo's been showing us the same games for 30 years. Nintendo never has any new IPs, and that I'm a fanboy and I need to be told the truth. And I was like, dude, like, you know what? I'm all down for feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to just come and prove everything that you're saying, I'll pay you $100. However, if you're wrong and you can't prove it, then you pay me $100. I should have offered him like $300 and like myself like $20. Then I think that would have been more enticing for him. But I already know I would have bopped him. You know what I'm saying? So I offered him to a normal discussion, not a debate, just a normal discussion. I just want to hear his side. If he says that Nintendo doesn't make new IPs and they've been showing us the same games, they don't make new IPs, I said, oh, just come and talk to me about it. I should have offered him more. 100 was a little, and I shouldn't have made it to where it's like if he can't, then he offers me 100. Next time I'll do like, okay, I'll give you 200, and like if you can't, then you give me like 20, or you make a video talk about my channel, talk about how good my channel is. Like next time I'll just do that instead. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like once you offer money, or once you try to say, oh well, money, people get scared. You know what I'm saying? So that was maybe I could have got him, but yeah. I think he got a little scared when I said the $100. Like he's like, oh well, you can't prove a fanboy wrong. I'm like, bro, you talk about truths. I said, bro, you talking about truth. This is fact. You can prove a fanboy wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's fact and not fact. I mean, if Nintendo never makes new IPs and they've been showing us the same games, never making new IPs for the past 30 years, just come and prove it. That's all you got to do. It's either fact or not fact. It's not like there's any in between. It's either Nintendo doesn't make anything for the past 30 years or they do. Plain and simple. And he didn't want to come on. So hey man, thank you for the funds, David. I appreciate that. And I'll try to, maybe I can offer people a little bit more next time. Okay. Maybe I can offer $150 to $200. So yeah. So thank you, David. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get you up on the top stream ninja as well, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The salty stream funds. There you go. All right. Let's see, OJ Paul. No, man, no. That would have come out of the. That's straight from the Ninja War funds, dude. If I'm gonna offer somebody money like that, if I lose, that's straight from the Ninja War funds, dude. That's you guys helping me out. Because that's entertainment for you guys. You know, I would spend that money. We'd put on a show. We'd have, you know, and he said that he had the best 2K subs in the world. I'm like, yo, I ain't never have two. I don't think I've ever had a live stream where I have 2,000 people watch me. I'm like, yo, if you've got the best 2K subs in the world, they should all show up. You should dwarf my audience with live content, right? I mean, you should easily. So I was like, yo, tell them to all show up. My man said, no. No. Never cared for Damon X Machina before. Yesterday I downloaded the prototype, try it out. I absolutely love it. Okay, so it changed your mind. Crit Astral says, hi OJ, I finally recovered from my heart attack. Oh, because of that certain, oh my gosh, you're joking. But what's up? The 2020 calendar, is it the special edition? Yes, the 2020 calendar is in the special edition, yes. I debated the same dude yesterday. Yeah, Tether, I saw what you're saying there. And then you kind of called him out after the direct with the whole Astral chain. I saw that. But yeah, that dude, I mean, he's kind of a, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but he's kind of an idiot. Or at least what he was saying was idiotic. Because he said that, you know, they don't do new IPs. Like, they've been doing this. Like, he named a bunch of games like Yoshi and Mario. And I'm like, okay, well, what about Xenoblade? What about Pikmin? Like, what about the games that were in the 2000s? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about the games that were in the late 2000s? Like, what about, like, Dylan's Rolling West? Like, what about all the different games that they've done? Heck, you can talk about Wii Sports. You can talk about so many different things that Nintendo's done since, like, the 80s. Because he said the same game since then. You know, what about Splatoon? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about ARMS? Like, what about all these new IPs and different games that Nintendo's done since then? I just found it hilarious that he would make that type of argument. Shout outs to Aram with the $1.99 donation. It says, here's some for the debate fund. Yeah, and another thing is that, like, I didn't want to, like, he just kept on, and the funny thing is, he kept on coming at me. Like, I didn't really say anything to him. He kept on, he came angry at me, like, oh, you fanboy, you never think Sony has a good E3. That's ridiculous. And I'm like, bruh, it's just my opinion. Like, I don't like, I never said Sony has bad games. I said their E3 presentations are bad. Not that they have bad games, that their E3 presentations are bad. Not that they don't have good games. Sony, I have a PS4. I have a PS4 Pro. I have a bunch of games I have a lot of Sony first-party games. I have their games. They're not bad. The presentations are just garbage. That's it. Doesn't mean the games are bad. They've sold 100 million consoles, dude. Obviously, they got games that people like. I mean, people out here wilding, dude. Like, people get so mad if you're a Nintendo fan, and if you say, here's the thing about that I've noticed, guys. Let me tell y'all about something. If you're a Nintendo fan, and if you levy any criticism or anything, even if it's not even that big of a deal, you could literally be wearing a Sony PlayStation shirt. You can be playing their games, Horizon Zero Dawn. You can have so much stuff. If you levy any criticism against Sony, you're automatically a fanboy. That's what I noticed. If you cover Nintendo, or if you have a Nintendo channel, or whatever the case is, the minute you say something negative about Microsoft or Sony, mainly Sony, you're just the worst person. You're a fanboy. You blah blah. It doesn't matter what you spend your money on, what systems you have, what you've covered. Any type of little bit, just all I said was just that the E3 presentations aren't good in my opinion. They're not good, and it just goes off the rail. Doesn't even. I mean, like, seriously, I could be swimming in PlayStation 4 games. I can praise Horizon Zero Dawn and any of these games, but anything you say, the minute you say something negative, if you're a Nintendo channel or you cover or you like Nintendo the most, and his reasoning. I have Smash Brothers in my Twitter profile, and I'm a Nintendo gaming fan. That proves it. That proves. Oh, I got you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There was no Senran Kagura announcement. I think there was a Marvelous announcement. So that's the reason why. Senran Kagura, that's Marvelous as well. So I think there was a Marvelous announcement. So I think that's why the Senran Kagura producer retweeted it. So yeah. PlayStation fans are the worst. They can be. Which IPs Nintendo should buy? They shouldn't buy anything. They should just continue doing what they're doing with the Astral Chain and stuff like that. The demo for Yoshi's Crafted World was really good. All right. Let's see. Vaughn says, Jesus, best Nintendo Direct to date. 4 games I want. Oninaki, Fire Emblem. Shout outs to 910 bro. 910 bro with the subscription. Thank you so much, 910 bro. Appreciate that. Welcome. Then he says, top-down Zelda equivalent to Breath of the Wild that surprises a Link to the Past in terms of scope, size, characters, items, bosses. Okay, cool. Let's see here. That's what a Nintendo fanboy would say. Exactly. As I'm saying, Horizon Zero Dawn is great. K19 with the $5 donation. He says, "Can we just get crossplay and stop being a fanboy? Stop being a fanboy, guys. Chill. It's just video games." Oh yeah, I know that. That's the reason why I made the video the other day. Remember, I made that video like, why so serious? Like, this dude like jumped on me so fast. Like, he didn't even bother to ask. Like, he just jumped on me so quick. Like, I've never seen like somebody attack somebody like that over simply just a simple opinion about video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, no logic at all. So I mean, some people just, and then like this dude starts going off to talk about how he hates all 3 companies. I'm like, bro, like somebody said, you're in the wrong hobby. If you hate everybody, like you hate all, and you're not joking, he was being serious. Like, you're crazy, you're nuts, dude. Like, you hate video game companies? Like, go get a life, dude. Like, do you really hate video game companies like that? Like, I don't even hate EA. I just don't like them, but I don't hate anybody. Like, it's just video games, dude. Chill. Damon X Machina is Marvelous, right? Yeah, that's Marvelous. Yo, what's up, Robert? How's it going, my man? Co-captain of the Viking Nations here. What's up, KJ? Let's see here. Dank Meme says Tetris Battle Royale was a neat alongside Astral Chain, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Damon, Mario Maker 2, and Deltarune. Hope they add Smash amiibo support for the pool of music for Mario franchise. Okay, that's pretty cool. Dank Meme. Yo, what's up, FNAF? What's up, DeAndre? How you doing today, my man? You gonna talk about the Hollow Knight sequel, the direct? Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, it was pretty cool. I talked about it in my video too. Today's Switch news video, I talked about it. So yeah, that was cool. I like the fact that Hollow Knight is coming to Switch and PC. They were very open about it. They said, hey, the DLC got too big. We're just gonna make it into a sequel. So that's really cool. Let's see here. Hold up. When you talk about these topics, the people are winning. OJ, ignore him. I don't know what he's winning about. Actually, no, he's not winning. he's definitely not winning because, one, I didn't mention his name. So he'd have to watch my stream, or I mean, I didn't mention. So I'm not giving him any clout because I didn't mention his name. He tried to get clout on Twitter. Nobody really. He got mad at me, and he was like, "Oh well, you know what he said, dude? He said that you quoting it and sicking your fans on me. You know, like you can't." I'm like, bro, you came at me first. Don't get mad when you out here calling me names and starting stuff, and I talk back to you like a man. So I mean, so nah, he ain't winning. He ain't winning at all. He's the one. He ran away from me. We're simply just having fun. And David Drayton donated 20 because he saw that on Twitter. So I had to talk about it for a bit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said anything. Let's see here. Damon X Machina, stand up. Let's see here. What did he say? Let's see. Hey OJ, what are your feelings about Fire Emblem Special Edition being sold out everywhere? They're not really sold out anywhere. They're back to being up on certain places like on Walmart and everything. But yeah, they are selling at a fast rate. My opinion is that it's great. I love Fire Emblem, so that's really good. I would love Nintendo to buy Platinum though. Platinum just makes exciting games, and they could be like Monolith, flourish and grow into Nintendo. Kamiya is like Takahashi in many ways. Yeah, it would be great, but I think Platinum would be a bit expensive for Nintendo. I just don't think Nintendo wants to do that. Like they don't want to pay for their overhead and all that stuff like that. They just want to contract them out, you know? Like if anything, they become like Next Level. I think that would be what it is. I mean, Nintendo still hasn't bought Next Level. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like Nintendo could flourish under Platinum. I mean, Nintendo could literally say, "Hey, Platinum, here's a contracts without actually paying for their overhead," and it leaves them opportunities to make even more money in terms of that, because they are in the business of making money too, because getting contracts outside, you know, doing other things. So I think the case with Monolith Soft, and I'll get that donation in just a bit. Yo, that's hold up 910, bro. You just subscribed and you already donated. What the heck, dude? Thank you so much for the support. Yo, I just saw that was a gold donation already. Thank you for the $10 donation. He says, "I love the content. You always keep it real and know your stuff. I plan on starting up my channel again. Hopefully I can keep up with it." Side note, the new Platinum game looks fire. Yeah, man, it does, man. Thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription today. You support the channel really quick, but yeah, let me know when you get started, my man, and I'll be more than happy to let people know about your channel and everything. So let me know when you actually got some, you know, that you're getting back into it. So thank you for the 10, dude. I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely. Let's keep it going here. I hope Oninaki really builds on the good and improve the things that people didn't like about I Am Setsuna and the other game. Yeah, I think that it will. I think that it's gonna do a lot better. I just love that everyone saw Tetris 99 and everyone yelled, "Tetris Battle Royale!" Pretty much. Gamer Bro says, "I can't wait for the Snake Amiibo. Also, have you heard that the next Amiibo to be released is Young Link, Daisy, and Ken, released in April 12th? Yeah, I've already heard about that, but I mean, like, it's just Amiibo. Mr. Sawit says, "Winning by making you talk about him, wasting your time is what I meant." Nah, it's not wasting my time because it's entertainment. And you guys always, a lot of people in the chat love the fact that I talk about these types of things. So, so yeah, it's not a big deal at all. It brings entertainment, and then trust me, if I ever got that dude on here, the amount of people, like back when I did debates, dude, we'd have 300, 400 people here for debates during live streams. So I mean, we can sit here and say that, oh, when I don't talk about it, it's not like a good thing. But the reason why I stopped doing debates, even though they're ridiculously popular, is that people get way too salty when I do them. You know what I'm saying? People get way too salty. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to do debates anymore. And if I do a debate, it's not going to be for free. It's going to be to where the person can win something so he doesn't get as salty. I mean, if you come here and you get your butt kicked, but you win $100, or there's a chance of you getting some money or whatever the case is, it's not as bad. So if I do another one, I'll offer them something, you know, for their time, basically. Let's see here. Focus on Me says, "I knew the guy wasn't going to do anything, especially when you said 100. I know I should have said 100 for you and like 5 for me. You know, like if you can't, you know, I should have. If I, you know, next time, David, I'm going to offer them. I'm not going to ask for 100 in return if you can't, because obviously they're going to run. So next time I'm just like, okay, next time $100. And then, you know, if you can prove what you're saying, and then if you can't, you can just pay me 5. How about that? You know, because 5 ain't a big deal. David says, "OJ isn't losing. I literally donated because the Twitter dude was funny. OJ is winning. There you go. See what I'm talking about? I will come on for $10. $10? That's it? You cheat, bruh." Kimpachi says, "Places, is Kamiya actually back at Platinum? They talk about Kamiya helping, but the way they phrase it is kind of weird. What do you mean back at Platinum? He never left Platinum." Markel Hawthorne says, "Astral Chain characters for Smash? Maybe the next Smash. Yeah, maybe the next one. What's up, bro? Have you played the new Switch Dragon Quest Rivals? No, it's in Japanese, so no, I haven't played it yet. Unless there's an English option, is there? Like the live stream, peeps. Yo, thank you. Yeah, like the live stream, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, like the live stream. Let's see here. Out of date gamer Dorkman says, player did that Dookie head banned from Apex. I don't know. No, I don't know about that. What's up, everything Nintendo? How you doing today, my man? Let's see here. Mr. Sowit says, wait, can I get $100? Fire Emblem is a bad franchise, and Xenoblade 2, I can do it. Hold up, I can't do it. I love Xenoblade too much. You can get if you want to come on and argue the points that guy was saying to me, sure. But like, you got to pay me 100. The deal with him was that you got to pay me 100 if you can't prove what you're saying, as in factual, because we were going to argue what's fact and what's not fact. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you want to go on my Twitter page, scroll down and find the guy that I'm talking about. If you want to argue his points, sure. I mean, that's fine. But if you lose, you have to pay me 100. Oh my gosh. Blaze 2000 says, "Places are these games? These are the games I am buying shown at the Direct: Super Mario Maker 2, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, Astral Chain, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and TBC. What's TBC? Yo, shoutouts to Robert with that $2 donation. It says, I hope this $2 will help Crackdown 3 reviews boost. Bro, I don't know how. It's going to need a lot more than $2. It's going to be a lot more than $2. Shout outs to all the peeps watching, though. Appreciate it. We got over 200 people in here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Elite Ninja Village of Player Essence. This is the Elite Streams, where we go over what you guys want, and what you guys think. So definitely thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. No matter where you're at, follow us on Twitter, so you can listen, because my Twitter is funny at times. I post a lot of cool stuff, so make sure you follow us if you're someone new. All right, so let's see here. Anthony B says, "Play since Astral Chain is game of the year to me already. If the gameplay and story matches the art style, game of the year, easily top 5 game of this year." Oh, absolutely. Let's see here. Nemo Kaz says, "Thoughts on PS Vita? It had so much potential with the games like Uncharted. Started playing it again and amazed me its power. PS needs another handheld like Switch." I mean, does it? Do we need another handheld like Switch from PlayStation? I mean, I don't know if we do, but I mean, like, the PS Vita is it is what it is. I mean, it's a cool handheld. I mean, I like it, but it just doesn't have the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you could talk about like Uncharted. I mean, the potential, but the problem with here's the biggest problem with PS Vita. PS Vita exposes the fact that Sony's gameplay sometimes can be a little like it's tied in with graphics. Because while Uncharted's great, Killzone's great, the people who love Uncharted and Killzone didn't rush out to go buy those games because they saw them as inferior PlayStation 4 games. So what does that say? That means, oh, well, it's about the graphics, because the gameplay was the same. Well, not Killzone, kind of not really. It was more like RPG elements, but still, otherwise the gameplay is the same. Uncharted, the gameplay is very similar, but they didn't want to go out there and buy it for that because, like, okay, well, why should I play that when I can just play this? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of exposes some PlayStation fans for just, you know, the graphics are part of the experience. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some games on there that should have done a lot better than they did, and they didn't. So it's interesting, especially when all the lead up and the hype to the PS Vita. I think it's a cool handheld though, but I don't know if Sony needs to really dabble back into that and do what Switch does. I mean, on top of that, like, you have to also support your PS4 platform, so I don't know if they should do that, to be honest. I think they're just cool doing what they do. All right, so shout out to Fury Tiger with the doll donation. It says, "I finally found a game that pulled me away from Dr. Mario, Tetris 99. There you go. Thank you for the Viking Nation supporting us with some funds. Appreciate that. Pizza Wolf says, "Dude, Astral Chain looks amazing. I haven't played a platinum game yet, but this one I'm really looking forward to." How have you not played Bayonetta? Looks like the Evangelion game I always wanted. Okay. How have you not played a platinum games yet? Like, how you not? Dude, go play Bayonetta. Like, what? We need a neutral third party for debates. The sole purpose is to fact check everything in real time. Yeah, definitely. Gamer Bro says, "I may not be in the streams over the weekend. I'm going to a winter camp, but there's a chance I'll be canceled due to the weather." Okay, that's cool. When you come back, you can watch. Chuba says, "Crackdown and Jump Force kind of got bodied." Kind of. Oh, by the way, Chuba, just to let you guys know, the people, I think I played against Charlie the King in Smash Brothers, and I think he kind of bought me. Does anybody know who Charlie the King do any of the Smash Brothers in here know who Charlie the King uses or watches stream? I'm pretty sure I played against him. It was Charlie. He was using Pichu, and I got bopped. He definitely played like a tournament player. At one point it was 3 stocks to 1, but I came back. I got a stock on him. I think I got another stock on him because Pichu dies early. But then he was just trolling me at the end with down tilts and killed me. And then he also read one of my back rolls and killed me. And then he teabagged me after that. And then he said good job. So I was like, that's definitely a tournament player. I'm pretty sure it was Charlie the King. Does anybody know who he uses though? Let's see here. Player since which which should I buy from one of the direct games announced? From one? I'll probably do like a bunch of them. Let's see here. Speaking about directs, you talked about a possible Monster Hunter for Switch. I heard about that rumor last year. Do you think we can get an announcement at E3? Yeah, I think so. It could be at E3 or another direct. Markel Hawthorne says Dragon Quest XI S Definitive Edition, Astral Chain, Super Mario Maker 2, Link's Awakening Remake, and Fire Emblem 3 Houses are all must-buys for me. Yeah, those are all really good games. All really, really, really good games. So let's see here. So does anybody know who he uses? Tag me if you know who Charlie the King uses. I'm gonna actually go check out his stream. I think he has a stream. I know he got banned from Twitter, or one of his names got banned from Twitter because he's kind of a douchey. He's kind of a douchey kid at times. So he got banned and then he had to use a new Twitter. I was following him on his old one. I just need to maybe follow his new one and see who he uses. I'm pretty sure that was him. Tournament players are no joke though, man. Tournament players are no joke. They're really good. But I was actually happy that I got, because he was trying and I got a stock off him. I got a couple stocks off him. I think the second one he was kind of sandbagging a little bit just because he's like, okay, I'm gonna beat this guy anyway. But he just like took me by surprise. But I mean, I'm definitely good enough to play like at tournament level. Absolutely. Because I've played against a couple tournament level players now, and I'm like doing okay. I either beat them or I take a few stocks off. So I'm getting better. Let's see, since we love RPGs and JRPGs, the direct was amazing. However, I see people say that the worst direct since there was no Prime Trilogy, no Pikmin 3 or 4, and no F-Zero, like, bruh. Yeah, I don't understand that because, like, that doesn't make it the worst direct because there wasn't Pikmin 3 or Pikmin 4, a Wii U port. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. This is the worst direct ever because they didn't show a Wii U port and they showed a new IP and they showed new IPs instead. Hold up, that doesn't even make sense. The Senior De Silva with the $10 donation through Super Chat says, keep up the good work, OJ. Your streams keep me entertained while I play my Switch. Thank you, I appreciate that, Senior De Silva. Really do appreciate that. I do my best. Gamer Bro says, do you think we'll see more 3D Mario styles, such as Super Mario Odyssey and Super Mario Maker 2? I think we potentially could, yeah, I think definitely. 200 bands are inconsistent in my mind. Yeah. He mains Fox, but he's been using other characters too. Does he still main Fox? Does he not? I mean, have you seen him use Pichu? Have you seen him use Pichu? Do you know if he uses Pichu? Have you seen him streaming and using Pichu? Because if he was, then that was definitely him. Unless somebody else was just named Charlie. Or do you know what his name is on Smash? Is it Charlie the King or is it just Charlie? Let's see here. Charlie is always on the 2GG streams. Yeah, because he lives in Southern California. Aaron says, Nintendo has no mercy for our wallets. Press F for every wallet destroyed by this direct. Yeah, this wallet was definitely getting bopped. VC says, having no 3DS games made yesterday's direct the best ever. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, some people get mad when there's 3DS. This is the first direct that we've had in the Switch era where there was no 3DS games. Like, 0 3DS games. If you're not, I think maybe even E3 had some 3DS games, right? So, I mean, like, so yeah. Everything has to be at all the directs. Exactly. I don't understand why people think that everything has to be at every single direct. That's dumb. They want everything announced, and then like they want everything announced at every single direct every single time, which is just impossible. Marvel Boy the U at JS says, Preston, so any chance of Shin Megami Tensei 5 this year, you think, OJ? Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance. There's definitely a chance. It could be a fall game. How come no one talks about Final Fantasy 9? Lots of people are talking about Final Fantasy 9. It's shadow dropped on the eShop, so I mean, it's not like we've had a lot of time to talk about it, but it's already like number 5 on the eShop, so people are buying it, people are talking about it. I don't know why you're saying that people aren't talking about it. Shadow King 982 says it's the battle of RPGs this fall. Well, we need to wait and see what Astral Chain actually is, like, completely. I mean, it seems like it's going to be like it's going to be an action game, but I don't think it's. Some people are calling it an RPG. I don't think Astral Chain is actually like a real hardcore RPG. Kimpachi says, my bad, it was Mikami who left Platinum. Yeah, Mikami left Platinum. Somebody said Hashimoto. It wasn't. Mikami's the Mikami left Platinum. KJ says, to be honest, in tournament, I really only seen him use Fox, but I'll check to see. Well, I didn't mean in tournament. I meant like on a stream, because sometimes he'll only use certain characters in tournament, but on their stream, they'll use other characters. If he was using Fox, I think it would have had a better chance of beating his Fox, personally, because like Pichu's just stupid. So Fox can be stupid, but Pichu's more stupid than Fox. Let's see here. Party Man says people always overhype themselves to get mad at Nintendo. They need to stop, but it's the internet, so they won't. Well, I think if you look at the overall scope of the Direct, I mean, most people say that it's great. You also have to realize that there's always trolls too. Some people are literally happy about it, but they feel like trolling people. They want to get a reaction. So you also have to realize that there are a lot of trolls, but most people out there say that the Direct was great. So, I mean, I would say the large majority of people think that the Direct was awesome. If you go to Nintendo's page, if you look at all like the different trailers, they all have a ton of likes. I mean, obviously, when people aren't happy with something, they'll be more than happy to dislike it, right? So, like Metroid Prime Federation Force, people weren't happy with that. They dislike it. Nintendo's Online, when they show the trailers and everything, like people dislike that. So, people are more than willing to dislike something if they don't like it. If you go and look at the Nintendo Direct replay, hella likes, thousands of likes, not a lot of dislikes. So, you can sit there and say, oh, people are angry, but the results, you know what I'm saying, are say differently, you know? Let's see here. You think Pokemon Direct will happen this February? No, I don't think a Pokemon Direct will happen this February. No. Let's say here. We all know players since you can't play against Pichu. I can play against Pichu. Pichu's just dumb. Pichu dies really early, so I know how to fight against Pichu. I just got bopped the first time that I fought him in my stream, but no, I know how to fight against Pichu, especially with Wolf. Pichu players do a lot of things that I'm really picking up on, and my problem is that I'm trying to fight Pichu like Pikachu. And you probably shouldn't try to fight Pichu like Pikachu, even though it's like a somewhat of a clone, right? But it's not really. Like Pichu has things that like you know, that was my problem, is that because Pichu's a new character. But now I fought against a number of good Pichu players. Heck, I could show you guys a good Pichu that I fought against the other day, and I bopped him, and he was a good Pichu. So I think it was a Japanese. I don't know what his name is, but like a Japanese. It had to have been a tournament player. He was playing way too well, and I won a set off of him. So I can fight against Pichu for sure. There was no GTA 5, there was no Red Dead 2, and there was no Madden. Switch is dead. Yeah, that's not happening. You think, hold up. Dawson31 says, players, what I find funny is that the announced games are fighting for release date seat in the summer because of Animal Crossing, Pokemon Gen 8, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, exactly. So Nintendo has to make sure that that they get those games out during the summer, because there's going to be a lot of games in the fall, a lot of big hitters in the fall. So absolutely. Cordastra says, what I find funny is that hold up, I already read that. Dawson, hold up. Okay, yeah, Dawson, there we go. This is the one. Just got here. Direct was hype. Astral Chain, Mario Maker 2, and Fire Emblem 3 Houses made this one of the best directs ever. Absolutely. Solomon says, just because people want more Western games, which is understandable, but in my eyes, this was perfect to me for, I love Japanese games. But people want the same games that are on the other platforms that they already have. A lot of people that are complaining about some of this stuff, and I get it, you want more Western games, but they literally just want the same thing that's on the other system that they can play on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, for me, it's like, I'd rather take unique, really cool games that look like they're made with the Switch in mind first, like Astral Chain. Like, I'll take Astral Chain over freaking GTA 5. I know a lot of people won't, but that's just me. Like, I'd rather, like, I already have a PS4 and Xbox One that have these games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more than happy with a bunch of cool, you know, Japanese games coming over. Like, people just want, some people, Western gamers, they want the same exact thing. But then when the sales results come out, okay, Doom sold okay, it did good, but did it sell as much as some of the other Japanese games that come to the system? No. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's like some of the other Japanese RPGs like Octopath or other games like that, not really. So, I mean, like, it's like people say certain things, and then when it actually comes time to buy them, they sit there and complain about frame rate and stuff like that, or graphics or resolution with a lot of these Western games. And a lot of these Western games are live services. Everything's a damn live service. Like Anthem live service, Division 2 live service. Like, everything is freaking DRM live service. It's like, that's great. Those games are there. If you want to go play them there, that's fine. I want those games to be on Switch too, but it's okay. Like, if they don't want to put the games on Switch, then they don't want to put them on there. If they don't want to, like, if a Western developer does not want to put the game on Switch, then they don't want to put the game on Switch. Like, you crying about it is not going to sit there and say, oh, this Direct was bad because it doesn't have Western games that I want, that I already have a PS4 for, or already have an Xbox One for, but I'm mad it's not on this system. Like, that doesn't make the Direct bad. You just want the same thing that you can already play. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, that doesn't make a Direct bad. That does not make a Direct bad at all. Like, because I'm logical, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't want to put the game on there, they don't want to put the game on there. That's not going to affect my enjoyment of the cool games that were announced, you know, and that's the problem with a lot of people. It's not even a lot, just a vocal minority of people. Plus, I really want Nintendo games other than the Awesome Direct. What? I really wanted Super Nintendo games other than the Awesome Direct. Yeah, we'll get those at some point. Let's see here. Okay, Yusuke Hashimoto left Platinum last year. Wait a minute, he left Platinum last year, did he? Did he? Where's he at now? Do you know where he's at now? Shadow King says, I'm more excited for Nintendo games than everything else. Heck, I pre-ordered Fire Emblem Three Houses Special Edition. If I could, I would have pre-ordered Astral Chain and Dragon Quest. Yeah. Excuse me. Liam Robinson tweeted about it. Oh, okay. I'm really hyped. I'm hyped for Dragon Quest 11 now. Like, was already excited, but after the direct, this version of the game will be awesome. Glad I waited for the Switch version. Yeah, the Switch version is looking good. Switch version is looking good. Yeah, and like a lot of people aren't talking about Rune Factory. Marco says Rune Factory. Yeah, Rune Factory's hype, dude. Rune Factory's super hype. So yeah. Dudes will have 20 games in their backlog and still be mad something didn't get announced. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the biggest thing here. They'll have like 1 million games in their backlog and they'll be like, why isn't there this game? A lot of these people don't even buy the games that they sit there and complain about. Can we be real here, guys? A lot of people ain't buying what they're complaining about. A lot of people just complain just to complain, you know, in my opinion, at least. Let's see here. Hellblade was hype and that was random. Yeah, Hellblade was cool. I mean, that's a Western game, right? And yeah, it was a cool release. That game's Unreal Engine, so I mean, it can definitely come over, you know, definitely come over. So my son's name is Liam. Oh, nice. I hope we can explore the city in Astral Chain. Did you see the end of the trailer? Like you're in a dog outfit and you're picking up trash. So it looks like there's going to be at least some areas that you can roam around in the city, but I don't think it's going to be like completely open world, which is fine. I don't need a completely open world game. What about that box boy, OJ? I'm not a big fan. I'm not a box boy dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a big puzzle dude. So that wasn't necessarily for me, but I know other people like, you know, Captain Toad puzzles and, you know, box boy, stuff like that. You know, that's cool, but I'm just not, you know, I'm not into that as much. Will we get to play Machina online versus each other? I think Machina has co-op. It has online co-op. It doesn't have online versus, but it has online co-op. Let's see here. Still looking forward to Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. The only one that I want to play is Liberation. Assassin's Creed 3 is kind of trash, but apparently they've made a lot of gameplay improvements to the game, and hopefully it should run at a solid 30 frames per second on the Switch, which is good. But to me, they made it look more orange. I don't know about you guys, but it just looks more bronze than it does look more colorful, which I get it, the lighting and the sun and stuff like that, but it just looks more orange to me. I'm pretty sure there's all sorts of Digital Foundry graphical details that they did, which is fine. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 it's not that good. But it looks like I said, they've changed some things up, so you guys enjoy it. I just want to play Liberation, but I don't want to, I'm not paying, like, I don't know, I think it's $39.99. I'm not paying $39.99 just to play Liberation. I do want to support Ubisoft and, like, you know, so we get Assassin's Creed games. So I mean, if this Assassin's Creed game does well, because you guys know what Ubisoft said, right? Ubisoft said they're done like with mature games on Nintendo Wii U because people aren't buying the mature games, that they want Just Dance or stuff like that. So they stopped making mature games. So if Assassin's Creed 3 and Liberation sells well, maybe they'll go back to actually putting some of the other stuff outside of, like, you know, their mature catalog. Maybe we get a port of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Maybe we actually get some of their other lineup of like Far Cry and all that. So I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and say buy Assassin's Creed so we get those games, but if you're into Ubisoft games, if you haven't played, or if you think that you might like Assassin's Creed, look at the trailers, see if it's something that you might want to play. Look at the wait for the reviews, and if it's good, buy it. It's coming out May, so it'll be before Mario Maker and all that stuff. So I think it might be a good game there. More orange. Oh, I gotta rewatch the trailer. It's like more bronze. It's like sun tinted instead of like having like normal like colors. The Devin X Machina was hype. Also really hoping for a Monolith soft game. We're gonna get a Monolith soft game. Just it's the beginning of the year, guys. Don't worry. We're definitely gonna get another one. Let's see. Disney Tsum Tsum is the only mobile phone game was shown in the direct. And it's the only game I feel was complete disgrace to the whole direct. How is it a complete disgrace? I no, I'm not gonna admit that. First of all, I haven't played it. And second of all, just because you're not interested in a game doesn't mean it's a disgrace. Like, what kind of weirdo toxic masculinity like comment is that? Like, kids play games too, little children play games too. Just because you're not into it doesn't mean it's a disgrace and it's horrible and it's a mobile phone game and all that junk. Calm down, VC. When you grow up and you have kids, you'll know what I'm like. You'll be able to think rationally. But you're a 20-something-year-old male with a lot of testosterone flowing through that makes you make stupid comments like that. Wait till the game comes out to see if it's even good. But when you have kids, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. St. Lou says, I don't know why people complain. There's going to be more Switch games during E3. Yeah, of course. Of course. Let's see here. Five Nights at Freddy's and Friends Puppet says, player since smoking that Indo playing Super Smoky. Dude, okay, great. I'm just going to stop right there. Let's see here. I saw Tsum Tsum and I found a game that my wife can play. There you go. Nebanaro says, places, do you think Oninaki? But by the way, guys, I don't care about Tsum Tsum. You know, I don't care about it. It's not a game for me. But I don't know if it's bad yet, and I don't think it's a disgrace. It's just a different type of game for kids. It looks like it's going to be for kids. You know, that's basically. We got to see if it's trash though. Not all kids games are trash. There are some games that are for kids that are actually good. So I mean, I'm not going to sit here. I mean, I'm not interested in it at all. Like, personally, for me, nah. Maybe for my daughter, yeah. Will I play with my daughter? Sure. Is it? I mean, could it be fun? Maybe. But I'm not going to sit there and bash the game and say it's a disgrace. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I mean, should it have been in the direct? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. You know? Let's see. Noel Fan says, Snowfan79 says, word, OJ, I have 4 kids and my 9-year-old only gets to play games. I seem appropriate. There's a game for everyone. There you go. Let's see here. Neva Naro says, do you think Oninaki will fix all the problems from the last 2 games? I don't know about all the problems, but it'll fix a lot of them. I think so many games this summer on the Switch. Lots of Renengans. Let's go. Let's see if he says, oh, Tsum Tsum is a dumpster fire on a mobile phone game. I mean, like I said, have you played it? Let me know. How does it play? How good is it or bad is it? Tell me the controls. Does it control well? Is the game? Tell me about the game then. Tell me about like what's good about it, what's bad about it. Tell me how it controls. Tell me the features. Like, tell me everything about the game. Since it's horrible, it's a dumpster fire. Let me know. Let me know about it. So then I won't buy it for my daughter. Let's see. I feel like rumors get people's expectations too high sometimes. Player Essence. That's yeah. I mean, yeah. I think so. Yeah. MFS Gameplay says, player Essence, how you doing, man? I'm glad you streamed early today. I made it. Yeah. I streamed a little bit earlier today, just because I wanted to make sure that I stream earlier, guys. I went to the gym. Here's the reason why I streamed early today. Guess what, guys? I went to sleep hella early because of the Nintendo Direct. I was going to stream Demon X Machina, but I was like, dude, I'm tired after the Direct. So I went to sleep like at 9, 10 o'clock, and I woke up like at 4, 5 a.m. So I woke up, got my noon video done, and then I went to the gym. So I was able to go to the gym early. And I was able to get my haircut early and then come back and stream for you guys. So that's the reason why I'm streaming earlier today, is because I literally went to sleep early. So I need to try to get to bed before 10 o'clock so I can wake up by like 5 a.m. and start working. So then I can stream early, you know, so then I know I have time to stream early. So that's what I need to do. Let's see here. Ethan R's, you said the Direct was 9 out of 10. The Direct was a 9 out of 10 though. Yeah, I mean, that's a good score. That's a good score. Let's see. Disney made sure it was in the Direct. I'm pretty sure Disney definitely like said, hey, put that in the. I'm almost positive Disney said something to them. There's something going on backdoor. There's no way in hell that Disney, you know, like Nintendo just puts that in, you know. And I think it's because it's an exclusive too. I think there's also that it's an exclusive, and that, you know, it's not. I don't think that game's coming to PS4 or Xbox One. So I think that's another reason why Nintendo actually had an exclusive on the 3DS with what was it? What Magical World? Does anybody know the name of the 3DS exclusive? That was like Disney themed, like where you actually like make a character and go into like a Disney like area, and it's like you do different stuff. I forgot what it's called though, but Disney and Nintendo had to deal with that too. But that looked way better than this Tsum Tsum game. Personally, I think it looked a lot better. But I don't know what game. I don't know. I don't remember the name of. There was 2 of them. Two games on the 3DS. Can anybody remember the name of that game? Disney's Magical World 1 and 2. There you go, Disney's Magical World. So I think that it's probably some type of continuation from that type of deal that they had, you know. Starlink doesn't have online play. No, Starlink does not have online play. It has local co-op. Speaking of haircuts, I got one too. Okay, cool, cool. Is it a good haircut? He said, I agree. It's annoying when people bash a game primarily for younger audiences, such as Minecraft. Yeah, adults like Minecraft too, though. But yeah, I see what you're saying. It's annoying when people do it, but it's usually people who don't have kids. So you have to understand, like a lot of people who bash games for younger audiences don't have kids. I used to do that when I was VC's age, which is fine, which is why I'm just shrugging it off. You know, when I was his age, I used to do the same thing. Oh, this looks like trash. It looks like it's, you know, for babies or whatever the case is. When I got a kid, all of a sudden your mindset changes. Trust me, it'll happen to all of you guys. Whenever you guys do have kids, or if you get like a little nephew or you get little niece and they want to play games, you're not going to give them Grand Theft Auto. I mean, if you're sane, you're not going to give them Grand Theft Auto. You got to play something else with them, and that's where these kids games kind of come into play. You know. Shout outs to Zomb1eTurtle with the Twitch Primey. Thank you so much, Zomb1eTurtle with the Twitch Primey. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Elite Fire Nation. Thank you so much. The soul of Pyra burns within you, my man. Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime and supporting the channel. Thank you. Yesterday, Hashimoto was still tweeting. Okay. Psycho Pies. Okay, I already read that. Let's see here. Yeah, I play Minecraft too. Yeah, Minecraft's for everybody, man. Kampachi says, yesterday Hashimoto was still tweeting Bayonetta concept arts and was still credited as working for Platinum. Today, though, it seems his Twitter has changed. Okay. Gamer Bros says, since I have a feeling that since Joker releases in spring, we might get a Smash Direct in either end of March or early April. I mean, I don't know if we'll get a Smash Direct, but maybe we can get like a small presentation. Dorkman says, have you played Bloodstained already? Yeah, I've already played Bloodstained. If you look at my channel, I've played 2 different demos of Bloodstained. So yeah, I've already done that. Let's see here. Shadow King 1982 says, since Persona 5 better be a 2020 release if it's happening, or my wallet will weep blood. I'm thinking that Persona 5 would be. I think they'd want to probably get it out in April. I think they're probably saving it. But I mean, I would hope when Joker drops, you also have Persona 5. If they drop Joker and they drop Persona 5 on the same day or right around the same time, I guarantee you the Switch version of Persona would sell just as much as the PS4 version in like half a year. I guarantee you, if they drop it on the same day, that would be one of the greatest business moves ever. That would get people so hyped. People who don't even like Persona would probably go out there. They'd be so hyped for Joker because I'm telling you guys, you know, I'm the one who, listen, I guess people can call it, some people can say pessimistic and say call it a lucky guess. But what did I tell you guys? I said at the Direct, I'm anticipating that not only is Joker's going to be teased a little bit, maybe you get a trailer, it's going to be a little tease, but he's looking good. Like, did you see what they did with Joker? Did you see what they did with him? They made him look menacing. And I told you guys that Joker is going to be dope in the game. He's not going to be a bad character. He's going to be good. From what I'm hearing. Then again, you have to remember the people that are, you know, anybody who's telling me this obviously is not a tournament player. But what I'm hearing, Joker's operating, Joker's looking good. They had his full 3D model, and the way that they showed him was a foreshadowing of what you can expect. Now, is he going to be broken? No. I don't think Joker's going to be broken. There's some issues that I'm not going to go into detail with. I know some things about Joker, about like his recovery and about certain things. So I know a couple different things about Joker. But that's all I'm going to say. Shout outs to Kuro Tengetsu 91 with the $10 donation. And he says, do you think if Disney sees the younger demographic within the Switch community that they'll push for Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Switch platform to gain more exposure for their properties? No, I don't think that's really it. I think that any type of background research when it comes to it has already been done. They see how the Switch is selling. They see what's going on. They know the metrics and what it is. I don't think that there's anything that's going to say, okay, if they see this, then Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come. They've already made the decision. They've already made the decision at this point. If they think Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come, it's going to come. They're not waiting at this point. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been done for a while now, right? The game's already done on PS4 and Xbox One. So if they haven't made the decision to put Kingdom Hearts 3, if it wasn't already made before, or it's not made like not at this point, then it's not coming. What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you waiting for? Like, get somebody to do it. I don't think they're waiting for anything. They've already made the decision. I mean, that's knee-jerk reaction, like what you're saying, Kudo. That's a knee-jerk. And companies don't do knee-jerk reactions like that. When it comes to planning a game, like a port, and Kingdom Hearts would be an expensive port. You don't knee-jerk reaction to, okay, well, let's wait and see. Okay, now we do it. That's not how game development works, you know? Let's see here. I can't wait for the Joker amiibo. You can't wait for amiibo? I can't wait for the Joker himself. 70% boys came deep. Yeah, I appreciate the donations, guys. I definitely appreciate the donations. But if you want to use Streamlabs in the link below, that's definitely a lot better because YouTube jacks, YouTube straight jacks 30% of whatever you guys donate. So if you want to donate, you don't have to, of course. But if you want to, definitely use the Streamlabs link. But I appreciate. I'm very grateful. Anybody that gives me anything, I'm very grateful for that. So I'm definitely not complaining. Thank you for the $10 donation, Kudo Tengetsu. I do appreciate that. Let's see here. Ethan R says, player, since some kids think that Persona is a Nintendo franchise now, which is insane and shows how Smash can change what people think about a franchise. Yeah, some uninformed people might think that. Yeah, you're right about that. Party Man says, oh gosh, don't tell me something is wrong with his recovery. No, I didn't say that. I just said that, you know, I know stuff about stuff, but everybody has something wrong with the recovery. If you look at it, there's something wrong with lots of people's recovery in Smash Brothers. You know, not talking about Joker in particular, but just in general, right? There's a lot of people have bad recoveries in this game and they have bad recoveries because you can edge guard in this game, right? In Smash 4 might have not been a bad recovery, but in this game it's a bad recovery. Like, think about the cast, think about all the different characters, like think about the stuff that happens, even with your main, right? I mean, Peach doesn't have a bad recovery, but she can turn the other way. You know what I'm saying? Which is like stupid. There's something stupid or something wrong with a lot of recoveries in this game because of the edge guarding. I mean, look at like the Belmonts. I mean, yeah, they have a like a tether recovery, but I mean, like, they can be gimped quite easily. You know what I'm saying? Look at Wolf. Wolf has a really slow recovery. He has an angle that's hard to snap sometimes. I mean, he has a really short recovery. I mean, there's problems with lots of people. Fox can still be edge guarded like crazy on his recovery. You know, so there's quite a number of people that with bad or not good recoveries in Smash, you know. Ice climbers, yeah, ice climbers, you know. Let's see here. Love Empath says, do you think we'll get a physical version of Final Fantasy VII for the Switch? No. Ridley feels super hard to angle. Ridley has multiple jumps though, so I don't think Ridley's recovery is bad, but it's not amazing. But it's not like horrible or anything like that, you know, because he does have multiple jumps. So, you know, you got to factor that in. Like Charizard, he feels like Charizard's recovery, you know, kind of reminds me just like Charizard actually in some ways. Astral Chain caught you by surprise. Did not see that coming. Nobody saw that one coming. Oh, you don't have to apologize for the bad writing, Ethan. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Let's see here. Joker will automatically have one more stock than every opponent. My grandma's child sister's second cousin, dog's cousin, aunt works for Nintendo. There you go. I say everyone's recovery has some issues, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, can anybody think of somebody in Smash Ultimate that has a perfect recovery? I mean, I would say probably the best recovery that I can think of would be like Sheik. Sheik actually has a pretty good recovery. She has an explosion box. You can hit her after she comes back, but there's still a hitbox on it though. And she has the bouncing fish where you can angle really, and it has a hitbox on the bouncing fish. So I mean, I'd probably say Sheik has one of the better recoveries in the game, but I mean, I can't think of really anybody else that has just like a really great recovery that's not bad. I mean, like Villager and you know, Isabelle, you can pop those balloons. You know, they're really good recoveries, and it is harder to gimp them, but you can pop those balloons. You know. King K. Rool, not crazy recovery. King K. Rool can be gimped. It is a crazy recovery, but you can just jump off and you can just back air King K. Rool. He doesn't have a hitbox on his body. He has a hitbox on his crown, but they reduce that, so you can just back. You can totally edge guard the hell out of King K. Rool's up recovery. Yeah, King K. Rool got nerfed. It's exploitable. His recovery used to be a lot better. He used to have to really go around his crown, but the hitbox on his crown on his recovery got shortened. You know, so now you don't have to be as precise going around. Like before, you had to really like balloon around him. Now you don't have to. You still have to balloon around a little bit. Like you can't be close to the crown, but now it's not as bad. Like before, it's like his crown is like right here, and like you're right here, and somehow you don't even touch him, and somehow some type of invisible hitbox hits you on King K. Rool's crown. You know, so they did nerf that. Pichu and Pikachu. Pichu and Pikachu don't have real good hitboxes on their recovery. You can two-frame them when they snap back to the ledge and stuff like that. You can get them on there, but yeah, their recoveries are good. They're definitely not bad, but yeah, you can definitely you can definitely get them with a lot of two frames or multi-hit moves that stay longer. There's an issue with everybody's recovery. Like there's an issue with everybody's recovery. Inkling can be Inkling can be good recovery, but can be gimped as well. Everybody, but like I said, it's more of the fact that this game has really good edge guarding and you can't spam air dodges. That's the reason why everybody has an issue with recovery, because in Smash 4 you can spam air dodge. And when you can spam air dodge, you combine spamming air dodge with good recovery and it makes edge guarding hella hard. So, I mean, everybody's recovery is nerfed just because of the mechanics of Smash Ultimate, because you can't spam air dodge. When you can spam air dodge was great. Well, Smash 4 air dodge, because you can just spam air dodge all day and then you can still use your jump and then you can recover. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's recovery got nerfed because this game you can edge guard, you know? All right, take it easy, VC. We'll see you back in a bit. Although I have the PE podcast, so we're gonna go for about 30 more minutes on this one, guys. Keep your questions coming. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Is Fire Emblem easy to get into for newbies? Yeah, there's easy modes in it. Yoshi clearly has the best recovery in the game. I don't think so. Yoshi has a super armor double jump, or he doesn't have a triple jump. He only has 2 jumps, where he doesn't have like a jump, and then like a up B. Yoshi just has, the jump and then an up B. So I mean, he's okay, he's okay, but I mean, like, with that super armor, yeah, his recovery is definitely, it's definitely good because he has super armor, so he can't be gimped on his up B, and then he has the egg throw that also gets him a little bit more height. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Yoshi's recovery is definitely better in this game just because he has super armor. So any character with super armor on a recovery, which I don't know how many characters have super armor on a recovery. I think it's just Yoshi. Does anybody know any other characters? So yeah, that's definitely good for this game, because like edge guarding is hardcore in this game. So let's see here. Oh, I was just joking, my dude. No, I think you're somewhat. Here's the thing. I know you were joking, but I think you're somewhat right. I mean, he definitely has one of the better recoveries because he has super armor on his recovery. So you can hit him and no hit stun. When you hit him, he still takes the damage, but no hit stun. Hey, OJ, do you think Persona 5 will have extra content if it does come over to the Switch like Golden? I already have the same game on PS4. I mean, it might be there's already extra content coming to the PS4 Persona 5, so it might just be that one. Do I think Bayonetta is coming out this year? Probably not, no. Shadow King says, Places, what are the chances of seeing the unreleased Fire Emblem games either ported or remade for the Switch after Three Houses? I think it's actually very likely that we might get like a Fire Emblem Echoes Thracia or Fire Emblem Echoes, one of the old ones that never came over. Absolutely. I think that's very much possible in the same engine of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Actually, I actually bank on that happening. I'd probably say like, what is it, 2019? I'd probably say like 2020, we get like a 2020 or 2021, we get like a Fire Emblem Echoes, Thracia or something like that, or Fire Emblem Echoes. What are some of the other ones that came out before? And I've played all those old ones, but whatever, I'm actually like 99% sure that there's going to be a Fire Emblem Echoes blank for the Switch at some point. Absolutely. Dank Meme says, player, since when the next Smash Bros stream, it's been a minute since you played Smash against the Ninjas. Yeah, it has been a while. The next Smash Bros stream, guys, is probably going to be... I'm going to try to see if we can squeeze it in this weekend, Saturday, so I can play kind of the whole time against you guys. So Saturday we're probably going to play so we can get a lot of people in. There's just been a lot of stuff that's been going on, man. Oh my God, you have a point. Wow, what are you talking about? Oh, what, Yoshi? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Brian Jedi? Let's see here. Ethan says, if the Switch gets a base version of P5 and the PS5 gets Persona 5R, what do you think would sell better? Persona 5 on the Switch, because Persona 5R is just the same game with extra content, right? So I don't think it would sell better than the original Switch version of the game. So yeah. If they do make Thracia, it better be for Switch. What would they make it for? What would they 3DS? They don't even talk about the 3DS anymore. So why would it better be for Switch? What else would it be for? How big is Platinum? It seems like they release a lot of games. They're over, I think they're over 150 employees. Party Man says, sounds good. I miss playing against your laser wolf. I know, dude. My wolf was so annoying. Yeah, but yeah, Saturday. Sorry, guys. Sorry that we haven't had user battles in a while. I need to be better with that. It's just been, you guys see how it's been around the village. It's just been crazy. Like last week or whatever, or the week before, I had that. I've just been dealing with some stuff that I'm actually over with this whole court stuff. I'm actually over it, but you know, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? But I'm checked out. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I'm just going through the mode. I'm completely checked out of that crap. So it's just like, I'm gonna leave it in God's hand. Whatever happens, you know, whatever happens. You know, I'm not even like worried about that anymore. But yeah, we had that, and then you know, and then just other stuff. So yeah, but we're gonna get back to it. Let's see here. We wear 22568 says, persons, you know what? I'd love to see a remake, remaster, sequel to the Conduit on the Wii. Yeah, I mean that'd be, I guess, you can download Modern Combat Blackout. I actually got a review code for Modern Combat Blackout, so maybe we'll play that game too. Omega Game Chase 92 says, persons, could they potentially port over the 3DS Fire Emblem games, or would that be too much to do? I don't think they're gonna port over those trashy looking 3DS Fire Emblem games, dude. If anything, they just make a new game with the engine. So no, I don't think they're going to. So yeah, there's no point in porting over the 3DS games. Yo, what's up, Zombie Turtle? He says, how do you feel about the new graphical style of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening? I don't know if I like the look of Link himself, but the graphics look fine. Like the graphical effects and how all the world looks great. I'm not sure. I just don't like really the design of Link himself, but I've never liked the design of that particular Link. So yeah. But yeah, the outside of Link himself, those graphics look great. I like Breath of the Wild Link. I like the more modern looking Link, you know, but hey, that was fine. Like I don't like Link's, like even like in the art for Link's Awakening, I've never liked the art for Link's Awakening, like and all that. I don't like how that Link looks, but that's just, who cares at the end of the day? It's just a game, you know. Like I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna buy it. So what does it matter what I say at this point? What like art's like? It's, oh, I don't like the art of it. Well, I'm still gonna go out there and buy it. So whatever, you know. Let's see, who owns the Conduit IP anyway? Sega. We wear says, you can keep your cheap mobile COD clones, bruh. Oh, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try it out, dude. I'm gonna try it out. Fix Link's face. Link's face looks exactly like if you look at the original sprite, it's exact. Or if you look at that's just how it is. That's just, so they literally made a faithful recreation of Link's Awakening. It's very faithful to the original source material. It's super faithful. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think once you start playing the game, I don't think it's gonna matter what he looks like. You're just gonna be happy that the game is there, especially if you're a Link's Awakening fan, which people love Link's Awakening. Like at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter what he looks like. It's just gonna be like, yo, we got Link's Awakening, you know, and it plays great. So that's, I mean, I think it's gonna be like Wind Waker, you know. People flipped out when Wind Waker came out, and they're like, you know, well, this looks horrible, blah 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 blah. So yeah, man. Are you getting anything on Friday? Everything is releasing on Friday is reviewing terribly. Am I getting anything on Friday? Like what? What's coming out on Friday? T-Dude, don't erase what we were said. Don't erase stuff. Don't erase stuff like that. Please. Kudo Tengetsu with another $2 donation through Super Chat says, OST request, Ease 1, The Beat of Terror. Okay, thank you so much, Kudo Tengetsu. I appreciate the donation. Guys, we're going to be streaming for another 15 minutes. So get your questions in. And then I have to get ready for the podcast. That's the reason why that I'm cutting the stream a little bit short. We usually go for 2 hours. Cutting this one short because we have the podcast at 5 p.m. PT. We're going to have a nice group of people too. Stealth is going to be joining us, so should be fun. All right, let's see here. Kudo, he says, Ease 1, Beat the Beat of Terror. All right. All right, let me know how it sounds, guys. Is it too loud? Not loud enough? Let me know. I don't think they're gonna change how he looks. That game is done, Joshua. That game is done. They're not gonna change how he looks. Brian Jedi 82 says, persons, so if the Oracle games get remade on Do you think it will be sold as one game or 2 campaigns as separate titles? I think it'll probably be sold as one game. No, he's not bad. He wasn't bad mouthing me. No, he wasn't bad mouthing me at all. Nope, not at all. Dakebeam says, could Terry Crews make it in Smash, or do you think they'd have to add it in version 3 Smash update? All right, Nathan H says, Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all. Happy Valentine's Day to all. Is Baron on tonight? I'm going to try to get Baron tonight. Yeah, I'm going to try. Zombie Turtle says, just happy for a new remake of Zelda game. We could have got Wind Waker again, LOL. Yeah, some people want Wind Waker again. That's the funny thing. Mark T says, just tuned in. Player says, do you think they'll have a new take on the color dungeon? Maybe. Ethan I already answered that. Paid Enthusiast says, player says, do you think Astral Chain could sell over 1 million copies or even do better? Dude, Astral Chain's going to sell well over 1 million copies. If the game's good, it's going to sell well over 1 million copies. TD says Terry Crews should do a Nintendo commercial with Astral Chain instead. Yeah, exactly. Party says happy singles awareness for people like me as well. Well, Valentine's Day just isn't for people that are couples. It's also for parents, mother, father, kids, you know, family. It's not just for people make it. I mean, I understand people make it about couples and all that, but I mean, you can tell your mom that you love her. You can buy your mom a box of chocolates and, you know, and get her edible or like it's not just for singles, you know. I mean, I'm technically single right now. I mean, maybe. So I mean, it's not just for that though. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, Abaddon with the Toby Blaster. Let's go. Let's go with the $15 donation. He says, been a min, but what up? What's up, Abaddon? Yo, what's good, man? Make sure you guys check out my dude Abaddon's channel. Abaddon, thank you for the Toby Blaster, man. You didn't have to do that, man. You've already donated quite a bit already. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the 15 shout outs. But I forgot to do something. Oh, never mind. No, David Drayton's still. I thought Abaddon was, but no, David Drayton's still the top stream ninja. Thank you for the 15 though. Thank you for the Toby Blaster, man. I appreciate that. OJ, who's the woman? Nah, no comment, man. No comment. You said I know I'm just messing around. That's true. That's true. Although I have been feeling kind of lonely lately. Yeah, kind of lonely lately. That's okay. Boot up a video game. Where's your podcast gonna air at? It's gonna air right here, my man. 5 p.m. PT, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Right here. Any other questions, guys? I can answer questions for another 11 minutes. Dakebeam says, what's your favorite Battle Royale game? Probably Apex Legends. I'll be honest. That's probably my favorite Battle Royale game is Apex Legends. All right, Dragon Lady, thanks for coming out to the stream. I appreciate that. Thank you. Really, today's PE Live nearly midnight over here in the UK. Really, today's PE Live nearly midnight here in the yeah, sorry that I couldn't get it earlier, man. I mean, I live in California, so you know I'm about 9 hours behind you or something like that. So eight hours or something like that. So I'm sorry I couldn't get, I tried to get it as early as I could. Pepsi or Coke, choose wisely. I don't drink soda, but when I do drink soda, a diet Pepsi or Diet Coke is fine. Either one's fine. Ethan R says, do you think Final Fantasy IX is a good airplane game? Because I got a long flight tomorrow. I think the graphics might get a little on the airplane, but I don't think it'd be too bad. So I think it'd be fine. Michael O'Brien says, if Rex was included in Smash, do you imagine he has Pyra Mithra's kind of like an Ice Claimers kind of thing? How do you imagine it would work? I think that he wouldn't have it as an Ice Climbers as to where like one could die and then you don't have them. I think it would basically be that's interesting. They might be in the background like a Pokemon trainer, then they just run around. And then maybe when you get hit too far, the chain would break, and then like once you get close to her again, that's when it they would come back. But I mean, I don't think Sakurai would want to make Pyra and Mithra, you know, and make it like that. Like I think that'd be too hard to integrate into Smash. So I think it would be like a running around in the background like the Pokemon trainer. We wear 2568 says sorry. Sorry if you already answered, but have you any thoughts on when we'll get a Pokemon reveal? I hope it's at least the next 2 weeks. I don't think it's gonna be within the next 2 weeks, but I definitely think it's gonna be before E3. Is it Diag Tot says it still looks pretty. It still looks good today, in my opinion. Only if they could push the resolution of pre-rendered backgrounds. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about? Let me see that I miss. Okay, you're talking about Final Fantasy IX. Okay, yeah. He said I would sell my Switch, then buy a new one for Astral Chain. All right. Zombie says, do you put your podcast on iTunes? If not, you should. Yeah, I've been looking into what, like SoundCloud or iTunes or something like that. Yeah, I've been looking into that. The podcast, I don't think the quality is good enough to put on like something like that yet. In my opinion, like I need to have more of a solid cast of people that come on. And what I mean by quality is an organization quality. So I need to be more consistent with my times that I do it. So I think once I lock down the podcast format and formula, I'll probably put it up on iTunes and things like that. So yeah. What originally got you into Nintendo? Mario, the original Mario Bros. Dude, Super Mario World, Mario Bros, Mario 3, all that. Solomon Solo says, "Hey OJ, I know it's something completely different, but do you think the Valkyria Chronicles 4 DLC is worth it? I have the game on Switch. I'm thinking about getting the DLC. Well, if you've beat the game and if you love the game and you've beaten all the content on the Switch, then yeah, it's worth it. If you haven't beaten all the content, you haven't beaten it, and you know, I don't think it's worth it if you haven't. I mean, like, it just depends. Do you love the game? If you love the game, get the DLC. That's what I say to people with DLC. Only buy DLC if you love the game. If you don't love the game, if it's just like, it's okay, you know, you have other games to play, then don't spend your money on the DLC. Just play the game that you have, the base game. That's enough content, cool. And then just move on to the next game, you know? Paid Enthusiast says, Players, do you think the main protagonist of Dragon Quest XI could get announced as a DLC character at this year's E3 if the rumors are true? I don't know if there's any rumors of Dragon Quest XI main character. I don't think there's anything about. There's more rumors about Erdrick. So from Dragon Quest 1 through 3. Michael O'Brien says, "Since the podcast is good enough, I like Wolf Den, and it's on the I think you said Sitch/iTunes. I don't know what that is, but I know what iTunes is, and it's not exactly organized. It's not their style. Just an example. Okay, so maybe I can put it on iTunes and all that. Maybe I can. Let's see here. Gaming with Goku says Nintendo has so many iconic games. They do. They have a lot of iconic franchises and games. Just over the years, I've been really interested in what Nintendo does and all that stuff. The first video game I ever played was Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World. It still holds up very well today. Yeah, I think those games those games hold up really well today because it's 60 frames and they control better than lots of platformers today. So absolutely. Zipper Mimic says, OJ, how many predictions in your prediction video came true? Not a lot of them. I don't think I did a couple, like one with Spawn Wave and I did one with myself, and I don't know how many. I know the Joker tease, I think I got that. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't get right though. I know that. Is it 60 frames per second? That's new to me. I'm pretty sure Yoshi's Island and all that is 60 frames. I'm pretty sure those are all 60 frames per second games from what I remember. But then again, I might be wrong. Maybe they're so smooth. I feel that they're 60, but they're not. I could have swore that they are though. Sadly, still no Super Nintendo games from online. Nintendo is sitting on a gold mine. I don't really think they're sitting on a gold mine when you would get them free you'd get them with Nintendo Switch Online. And Nintendo already made a gold mine from the Super Nintendo Classic. I think some people are underestimating how well it would do. Like, of course, it would be great, you know, but you wouldn't pay for these games more so than anything. And people have already spent millions upon millions of dollars on the Super Nintendo Classic, so it's not like there isn't games that you can play on your HD TV or whatever the case, like Super Nintendo, like they're already there. Like they've already sold us to them like a million times over. So I don't think it's as big as everybody's making it out to be. I think there's just a really vocal minority of like classic people that like love classic games that are saying that. And then when it actually launches, it's like, okay, well, it's not going to be like as crazy as what everybody's saying, because it's just the same games that we've bought over and over and over. That's already on our Super Nintendo Classic, that we've already bought on the Wii U, that we've already bought on the Wii. It's the same games. Nothing's changed, you know? So, I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that it wouldn't, but I don't think Nintendo makes as much off of Virtual Console and stuff like when people think. I think Nintendo makes more money off of the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic than they would Virtual Console games. I really don't think that they do make like a ton of money off of that, in my opinion. I don't think it's a gold mine. I just think that they already cashed in their gold mine with the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic. And once they decided to say, okay, you get these games for free, I think they've given in on that style. They're just going to do this Netflix style and try to increase the service. And at some point, we're going to pay more than $20 for it, because at some point there's going to be so many Super Nintendo games, so many NES games. I think there's going to be other systems. They're just going to keep on adding on. I think it's going to take a long time, but I think they're going to keep on adding on until they literally have all of their backlog of like stuff GameCube and below. I think one of these days, like 15, 20 years from now or whatever, there's just going to be such a library so huge, you know, so they're just going to keep slowly adding on. And that's going to be their new Virtual Console. You know, it's not going to be what it used to be. But that's just my theory on what they're going to do. Tetris 99 is lit. Cool. Astral Chain and Oninaki have my interest. Final Fantasy 9 already has my money. Square Enix spoiled us. Yeah, I guess. Matthew Hammond, what's up, Matthew? Can you discuss why Nintendo bought Monolith? You were discussing how they differed from Platinum when you were interrupted. Yeah, okay, so here's the reason why Nintendo bought Monolith, because Monolith was cheap for them, and they already did work for them. Nintendo, what I've noticed over the years is that Nintendo isn't just going to buy a studio. Platinum Games would be a lot more expensive to operate and run than a Monolith Soft. Nintendo bought Monolith Soft when they weren't really wanted. Monolith Soft was working with Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco said, we don't really want them anymore. Nintendo said, we can take them off your hands. And then instead of just basically laying them off, right, from Bandai Namco or from their contract, Nintendo just said, we can take them off. And I'm pretty sure it was a discount. Now, once again, Intelligent Systems, right? Intelligent Systems, there was a group of people, they made the war game the first war game that they made, right? And then they left Nintendo. There was a few different employees. There was like a small group of employees that left Nintendo. Nintendo said, how about we just buy you right now, and offered them money. They said, okay, sure. You know what I'm saying? So like Nintendo isn't willing to overpay for things. And if Nintendo did buy Platinum, it would be their most expensive purchase to date. Over the years, I've just seen that Nintendo doesn't buy studios like that. It's got to be some type of crazy stipulation or something like that that gets Nintendo to buy a studio. Still to this day, they have not bought Next Level Games. So to me, it's like, well, wait a minute. If they're not buying Next Level Games, there's something going on there that they don't want to buy studios. And Next Level Games, in my opinion, would be cheaper than Platinum. So that's the thing that I'm like, okay, there's something. They don't want to buy people. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to buy or eat up studios. They'll just second party them. So I mean, like, or just do contracts with them to make games. They don't need to buy them and pay for everything, pay for their overhead. All they want is like, hey, when we want a game, just get a game from them. Like there's no need to buy the whole company. That's the reason why there's still contractors out there, right? Like, why are there still companies that contract work, right? Like, for example, I used to be a recruiter, right? And many companies don't flat out buy employees or hire employees for stuff. You know why? Because they have to pay for overhead. When you do recruiting, the companies that do the recruiting, we pay for the overhead. We pay for the insurance. We pay for this. Like, we cover all that. You know what I'm saying? And we do all the work for them. We do all of the paperwork, getting them hired on. We do all the different stuff for them, the interviewing, the processing, because all that takes time and money. A lot of companies, many millions of companies don't want to do all that crap. And that's basically what happens when you buy a company. You know what I'm saying? You've got to do the processing. You've got to do the paperwork. You've got to do the overhead. You've got to do all that stuff. A lot of companies just say, let's just contract them. Let's get somebody to do all that for us. And that's essentially what's going down. Like when Nintendo contracts, like it's just a contract. You don't need to pay for everything for them. You just pay for what you need, and they'll take care of that stuff. Somebody else will take care of it, you know? So that's basically what it, and that's why Nintendo doesn't buy a bunch of companies, you know, because they don't want to do all that. So that's basically what it comes down to. Let's see here. Players since Microsoft and Intelligent Systems are literally the best purchases Nintendo has ever made. They are definitely really good purchases. Nintendo isn't going to purchase somebody unless it's at an extreme discount and there's some type of weird stipulation. You know, like let's say Platinum Games is about to go out of business. I think Nintendo would probably save them. Like if let's just say for some reason Nintendo, like Platinum Games is about to go out of business, Nintendo would probably save them. You know, Nintendo wouldn't let Platinum Games die. So if that happens, then yeah, but Platinum Games is doing fine. But if there's ever problems, I think Nintendo would definitely swoop in, and they'd either give them contracts to have work to keep the lights on, or they'd flat out buy them. Or like they wouldn't, Nintendo would not let Platinum Games die. That's the thing. They wouldn't let them die. So yeah. Is Astral Chains co-op? No, it's a single player game. Let's see. I guess they realized that people will leave, and like what happened to Rare. Exactly. I mean, like Nintendo never flat out owned Rare. They owned part of Rare, from what I understand. They didn't own 100% of Rare. They owned part of Rare. So they were kind of like halfway in, but like, hey, you want to let them go? Let them go. Take them. You know. So yeah. Let's see. Michael says, my worry is that Nintendo got burned by the approach a few times back in the day because they rely on them and they can leave, like the Square from the Super Nintendo days and Rare from the N64 days. Well, who can? But that doesn't make sense though. Like Square from the burned out on what? Like, what are you talking about? Nintendo got burned by who? What approach? What approach are you talking about? You know, Rare, what did Rare make? Rare made Donkey Kong. Rare made Banjo-Kazooie. They took those IPs and left. Nintendo still has Donkey Kong. That's still around. Tropical Freeze, in my opinion, is kind of better than all the different Donkey Kong games that Rare made. I mean, no shots to Rare at all, but I think Tropical Freeze is just... Returns and Tropical Freeze are just as good, if not better. So I don't think really Nintendo... I mean, they lost Conquer. They lost the stuff that Rare owned. They lost Conquer. They lost... that, but they pretty much anything else that Rare worked on, I mean, it's fine, but they lost a few franchises. But I don't understand like what you're saying. Can you like clarify? Like they got burned by that approach. What approach? What approach are you talking about? Let's see. Nintendo should have bought SNK instead of that Chinese company who only paid $50 million. There's no need for Nintendo to buy SNK though, to be honest. So no, I wouldn't have bought SNK. There's no need for them to buy SNK. That's just... You're just spending money just to spend money at that point. If you want anything from SNK, pay them for it. You don't need to buy. You don't need to pay for everything for them. And I think that's a lot of you guys don't understand. A lot of you guys aren't in the business mindset. A lot of you guys don't understand like contracting and recruiting and overhead costs. You guys just look at it from a fan's perspective, and that's fine. But I've looked at it from somebody who's been in a lot of corporate business and somebody who's been there and seen that and seen the costs that are associated with running and operating a multi-million-dollar business, Fortune 500 companies, and it's extravagant. I know Nintendo makes a lot of money, but there's literally no reason for Nintendo to go out there and buy these companies. There's literally no reason when you can just simply pay for what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you walk up to a vending machine and you say, well, I want that, that, and that. Let me buy the whole vending machine instead. Let me buy the whole vending machine company. It's like, no, let me just pay for what I want. I don't need everything in the vending machine, even though there's a lot of good stuff, and maybe I can own the vending machine, but I don't need the whole damn vending machine. All I need is what I want out of the vending machine, you know, because I already got a lot back home. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how Nintendo's is. Like, they don't need the whole damn vending machine. They just need what they want from the vending machine. So a lot of you guys don't understand that. You just say, oh, they should go buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that, because you guys don't understand. A lot of you guys don't understand business, which is fine. That's why I'm here to let you guys know how it is and why Nintendo doesn't go out there gobbling up every single company that they see or that could be purchased, you know? Let's see here. Let's see. Players since Square was the most important third party in the Super Nintendo days, lost them and it hurt them in the N64 days. Well, that you can't compare. You can't compare because the N64 days is because of the cartridge space. That's the thing. So you're comparing something. That's the first problem. What you're doing, you're comparing something to a format, industry type of thing. So that's the first problem with what you just said. Where was the most important for them in the N64 days and they lost them and hurt them? Well, they were purchased. You know what I'm saying? So they were purchased. So Nintendo just said, okay, go. Rare is not owned 100% by Nintendo. If somebody wants to leave, they can leave. But Intelligent Systems and Monolith Soft can't be purchased by some other company. Unless there's some type of stipulation in there. Nintendo completely owns them. Nintendo would have to sell them since they're their own property. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to a yard sale for them, unless there's something in the contract that lets them get out of it, which I don't think there is, there's no need to. I don't see what you're saying. Like, what you're bringing up stuff that isn't 100% the same type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason why, like I said, Square wasn't owned by, I mean, like, Square, that's a whole third party publisher and developer. You're comparing developers that don't do publishing to publisher. You know what I'm saying? You're saying Square left them, but Square is a freaking publisher. They're not just they're a developer and a publisher. You're comparing that to development studios. So you're comparing two things. Rare's not a publisher. Rare's just a developer. So you're comparing two different things. You're comparing format issues with the N64 and the cartridge. You're comparing how Sony was coming up and they had the cheaper medium. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you're mixing together to try to get your point. That's not really applicable to right now at this point. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Nintendo sold their share of them because Rare was going to buy them. Rare wanted to leave because they were going to get more money. Microsoft wanted them. So Nintendo said, we're going to sell our portion of Rare. Nintendo didn't own 100% of Rare. That's the reason why Rare took some of their IPs with them, because there was some stuff that they did own that they took with them. See what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay, well, that's fair with Square, but Rare, I think I'm right. Well, what are you right about then? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that you're once again, you're applying something that doesn't. I don't see where you're right, Michael. But hey, if you think that you're right, go ahead. You think that you're right. We can just agree to disagree. But I don't see anywhere where you're right in terms of getting burned. Nintendo didn't really get burned with Rare, to be honest. So what did they get burned with? I don't really know what they got burned by. The company left. They went with Microsoft. Rare is kind of garbage at this point. Nintendo still got hella games. They still got a bunch of different stuff. I mean, what were they burned by? It's debatable. I mean, I don't think Nintendo was burned at all. I mean, but hey, if you think that they were, I mean, that's cool. That's fine. Let's see here. I'm going to only answer a few more questions, guys, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see here. Joshua says, I'm done arguing with Rare and all that. Michael, if you think that that's the case, that's fine. I'm not going back and forth with you anymore. But I appreciate the discussion, but I'm not going back and forth with you. We can just agree to disagree. I think why consumers want these companies to purchase the companies outright, so the companies can make Nintendo games every time instead of just sometimes. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense though. That doesn't make sense. The problem with that is that they want that so they can make every time, but Nintendo can get these companies to make them every time. Them purchasing them, it's about intent. If Nintendo wants to make games every single time with them, then they'll contract them to make every single time with them. You see what I'm saying? Like if Nintendo wants continuous games from Platinum Games, they can contract them to make continuous games from Platinum Games. That's the thing. It's not like, oh, well, let's buy them so that happens no matter what. Nintendo could get that no matter what if they want. For example, Next Level Games. Perfect example. We get continuous games from Next Level Games because Nintendo wants there to be continuous games from Next Level Games. So even though Nintendo doesn't own Next Level, it feels like it because Nintendo's contracting them. So you don't have to buy them to get continuous games from them. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo can have any game that they want made whenever they want. They just have to keep on employing Platinum Games to do it. Platinum's not going to say no to Nintendo. We've gotten Bayonetta. We've gotten now this new game, Astral Chain. They're not going to say no. So if Nintendo truly wanted games from them every single time, then they're going to contact them to make the games. I mean, it doesn't matter if they own them or not. If they want the games every single time for them, then they'll contact them to make the games every single time for them. Just like when I was a recruiter, if a company wants this worker for a year, another year, the next year, and doesn't want to ever have them on full time, which we've gotten before, guys, where somebody just keeps on doing 1-year contracts literally for 10 years. Somebody's on just a 1-year contract, 1-year contract, 1-year contract. If you work in the tech space, whoever works, anybody that works in the tech space, you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of the business professionals, they do 1-year, they're with recruiters and they do 1-year contracts because then they can go somewhere else. They can get money from some other place. They can take the best offer. So they always just do 1-year contracts, 1-year contracts, 1.5-year contracts, 2-year contracts, and then just say, okay, you want to re-up? And like I said, I worked in that space for a while, and I would see people re-up like 10 years in a row. You know, it's like, oh, it's their 10th year working on a 1-year contract, you know? So, and it works out for both companies. Some people don't want that, but a lot of people do because they can pick and choose what they want to do, or they can even work for somebody else. Sometimes it stipulates in their contract that, hey, you can make some more money doing doing freelance at home or something like that. So it's just how it is. Like I said, I'm trying to explain it to you guys the best. You guys are sitting here saying, oh, people want this, they want it, but Nintendo's not doing that. So, I mean, you can sit there and say you want this, you want this, you want this, but it's been how many years of Nintendo? Nintendo's been around for how many years, and how many studios have they acquired? 2. Well, outside of the smaller ones, like Monster, and there's some other small ones that they've acquired. But Retro Studios, but it's like less than 10. Nintendo's been around since 1880 something, but since in the video game space for how many years? Late 70s or whatever, or early 80s, late 70s. They've been around forever. And how many companies can you guys sit here and say that they've acquired? They barely acquired any. So I'm telling you guys how it is. You can sit here and say you want, but I'm telling you the truth. I mean, that's just how it is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and no, they shouldn't buy Shinin. Yo, players, would you ever try out Room Factory 4 special on the Switch when it releases? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I got to get ready for the podcast. It's going to be starting by 5 o'clock, so make sure you guys come back for the podcast. We're going to have Stealth on. We're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct. We're going to be talking about Activision. We're going to be talking about all sorts of cool stuff. So who's going to be on the podcast? We're going to have Stealth from Twitter. We're going to have, hopefully the Baron can come on. We're going to wait and see. We're going to have Mandy. We're going to have Jordan Fringe. So there's going to be a lot of cool people. So should be fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And we will see you guys very soon in about 45 minutes. 45 minutes from wherever you're at in the world, we'll have the podcast. So look forward to that. All right. Deuces, guys.